Very happy you're here for our silver anniversary of 25 years of independence.
Well, it's great to be here at the first quarter century of independence, especially given the fact that I was there at the birth of the Independence Institute 25 years ago with John Andrews. It's been remarkably successful, and let's hope it lasts another quarter century. John and I started it after the Chavano Institute.
And how long were you
out of Denver?
How long were you a part of that?
I've always been a part of it. I mean, I'm out on the payroll and I'm at direct staff, but I've worked very closely with independents from the very beginning.
It makes me feel so old. My baby is turning 25, but I am thrilled. I'm so proud of what has grown from a small, brave beginning in 1985, and the WASP leadership of Jon Andrews gave way to the mad Italian dynasty of Tancredo and Caldara, and they have taken it to the heights. I'm really thrilled at the contribution to liberty that has been made in Colorado by 25 years of this think tank.
When you started it, did you think it would reach the successes it has reached? Do you think it would get this big?
I needed a job. And I felt that Colorado needed a voice for limited government and individual freedom. We're going to take it a step at a time. At the beginning, we took it a week at a time. I often had to take a promissory note instead of a paycheck in the early years, but it's all been worth it.
In 20 seconds, what's the nature of your new organization?
Centennial Institute at Colorado Christian University is about teaching citizenship, proclaiming truth, and renewing the spirit of '76. We publish, we bring together the best speakers we can find in the country. We try to enrich the campus academically and speak into the public debate on behalf of faith, family, and freedom.
I understand that I have absolutely no marketable skills, so this is the only job I can hold down. Otherwise, the only thing I'd say into a microphone is, would you like fries with that? So to be able to pull this scam off for over a decade now, I'm the luckiest man in the world.
But you've been with them for 10 years. Are you surprised at the level of success you've had over that time, or is that what you expected going into it?
Well, I appreciate the idea that we've had a lot of success, but what we've done at II is through great people like Ari and others, we've been a focal point for free marketeers to come together and show their talents, do what it is they do best. So it has. I'm not surprised by the success. I am surprised by the impact. However, we are heard, we are listened to, and we have impact on this state.
What are the big issues you expect to be working on over the next year?
I think over the next year, a couple of things. One, our constant fight against socializing healthcare, the attack on Tabor that I think is sure to come in the next year, as well as being proved right again on fast tracks. They're going to be coming after that as well. So there'll be some defensive actions, but I hope we can turn them into some offensive actions as well.
Well, I'm glad it's here, and I'm glad it's been here for 25 years. This is a wonderful state, Colorado is, and in the midst of this historically severe recession, we're doing better than most other states, and I think we can attribute a lot of that to the efforts of the Independence Institute and people who share their values. We've kept taxes low in Colorado, kept regulation to a minimum, with every effort to impede individual freedom and wealth building. The Independence Institute has been there to fight for what is right, and they've been highly successful at winning those battles.
Thank goodness for the tax raisers and the big spenders, or we probably wouldn't have been around for as long as we have. So for 25 years, we have been defending the eternal truth of the Declaration of Independence, and if we ever win that battle, we'll be happy to go away, but we expect to be around for another 25 years.
So explain briefly your new position at the Institute.
I'm the Director of Operations at the Independence Institute, which means I run the day-to-day operation, the communications, take care of our media, run the office bureaucracy, and produce the television show. So do not go out on Friday nights. Stay home, watch Independent Thinking on KBDI Channel 12. Well, we think that the best kept secret is the fact that sentencing reform is going to be a huge legislative issue in the next session. And we've been working on that for the last 5 years, and so we'll be actively engaged in that. Obviously, the Taxpayer Bill of Rights is the other side is already gearing up to make an assault on Tabor, and so we will be very closely watching that, and we'll be there to defend it when we need to be. We're really wondering how many more fees can be raised before we get around to calling what they are, which are taxes, and start letting people vote on them.
Well, congratulations for a quarter century. I wrote my first paper for the Institute in 1990 for Jon Andrews, and I've always appreciated the Institute's focus on the Declaration of Independence and the principles stated thereof. And I'm a senior fellow in water policy. My name's Craig Green. Hi to Jon Andrews, Jon Caldara, Tom Tancredo, and everyone associated with the Institute. Happy anniversary.
To the Independence Institute on their 25th. I'm currently the president of CUT. We're going to be working on those 3 ballot initiatives and just working to protect Tabor because they're going to be attacking it 100%.
You were with the Institute what era, what years?
The era in which it grew faster than any other time in its history. Actually, from 93 to 98.
And so what do you think now, having been out of it for a while, to see their successes now at the 25th anniversary?
It's wonderful. And I taught Jon Caldara everything he knows. I'm glad to see that he's actually putting it to work. It's taken me several years to get him on track, but I think I've gotten him there. And this is an example of the fact that I'm successful in that.
So I have to ask.
Ask away.
Are you going to have political aspirations, or what project do you see yourself working on over the next year or so?
My major endeavor is going to be an initiative that I'm going to try to put on the ballot here in Colorado. That if I can condense it into one phrase, it would be making Colorado a UN-free zone. And that's going to be exciting, and I look forward to it. But there's more to it. It's just as hard to explain in a little thing like this.
Who could have guessed? II is amazing. It's changed the world. The future is bigger.
My name is Paul Prentice. I'm a senior fellow with the Independence Institute. I'm an economist, a free market economist, and I have this to say to President Obama. Take your hand out of our pockets and leave us alone.
I think it's a fabulous accomplishment. 25 years, it's almost as long as I've been around. And I think the best part about it is being caricatured as a sock puppet in Westview. Even my mom thought I was somebody special after that. So that was a great moment. And of course, we couldn't be where we are in any of this without Jon.
So what projects are you personally working on right now?
The big one right now, of course, is letting teachers know about their annual political refund from the union. So we're about to send out thousands and thousands of postcards and emails telling teachers how you can get your money back from the union. So I'm bracing for lots of angry emails and phone calls. But that's part of the job. I enjoy it because we find that more teachers appreciate knowing stuff that the union doesn't tell them.
I think it's great that the Institute's been around promoting freedom in Colorado for 25 years. It's certainly a good cause. It's great to see PJ O'Rourke speak because I think the freedom movement needs more humor. Humor is how you sell, or is a great way to sell liberty. Have you seen South Park, for example? And PJ O'Rourke embodies that, and we can use more of that on the pro-freedom side. So I blog at patientpowernow.org, where I highlight free market reforms that would make healthcare more accessible, less expensive, and make medical insurance more affordable and higher quality. And I analyze the proposals on the other side for more government involvement and why that will continue to make medical care and insurance expensive and really a painful experience.
Oh, say